Yo, what is up? So in this tutorial, we're gonna do some work on our preset skin colors. So we made all these buttons a few episodes ago, and we need to basically fill out these buttons. But like I said, I am not gonna fill all of these out because this is a very tedious process. I'm just gonna do a few of these to kind of get you started, and then you just do the same process for every single skin color option you want. So just to show you, you can click on the button, it changes the skin color. You can go back up to your adjust color and that'll still work. And yeah, let's just hop into it. Alright, so let's hop into our main menu level. And the first thing we're gonna do here is let's go into our blueprints, components, and we're gonna right click and we're gonna make a new blueprint class. We're gonna make a new actor component called custom character underscore CP. We're gonna go into our third person blueprints character, and we're gonna go ahead and add this custom character component to our player character. So just compile and save. We're gonna go back to that component. So open your custom character component, and what we're going to be doing in here is basically this is going to be a component that sets our custom character. So the reason we want to make this is because we're going to set different variables that we're going to be setting within our character creator. So like what we're about to do right here is we're going to make a variable called isSkin1. It's going to be a boolean, and we're going to compile, and we're going to set that to be true by default. And basically we want to set variables for the custom things that we're doing within the within the character creator, because the way it works is when you make changes in the character creator, right now, if you were to, have a button that sends you off and you start the game, those changes that you made, they won't save. Even with like making a save system and then, saving these variables, it won't save. You'll open a new level and then you'll be back to the way you looked by default. So we're gonna use this custom character component to basically, for all the variables that we save, we have to reset. We're gonna reset all of that information within this component every time we change a level. So basically the process is we save these variables in the character creator. We're gonna have to make a save system, and then once those variables are changed and you change a level, we basically have to we have to set conditions based on what variables that are saved. And then we have to reset basically all the code that we're doing in the character creator, but we're going to do that in this component. And you have to do that for, every time. We're going to have a line of code that says did change level. If you did change level, then fire off all of this code that sets your character. It's kind of a bitch and a half, but that's the process. So that's why we're making this. We're going to set all our variables to our custom player in here. So, now that that's explained, let's hop into our blueprints, widgets, main menu widget. We're just going to hide our color adjuster. And actually, since we're here, let's go ahead and make a variable called is using color adjustment, or skin color is using skin color adjustment right there. And we're gonna make a change to this as well, because we want to go to on the value changed of our skin color picker here, and we're gonna pull in our player ref, get player ref, and we're gonna pull out our custom character component there, and we're gonna set is using skin color adjustment. We're gonna set that to be true right here. So like that. And that's all we need to do there. So just compile and save. And now we're going to work on our buttons. So go back to your designer. We're just going to hide our adjust color border here so that we can see all of this stuff again. And we're going to work on this first button. This first button is just going to be our default color. So just click on that one. We're going to go to the on clicked. And let's just move all of this up to be with our other skin color stuff that we're doing up here. So right here. So what we want to do off of this on clicked, if we want to get our player ref, actually what we want to do, let's just copy all of this right here. All of this where we're getting the player ref and we're setting all of the materials, just copy that and paste it in. But before we plug it in, we're gonna just copy and paste that player ref right there, and we're gonna get our player stats component, and we're gonna see if we are male, is male, get is male. Then we're gonna get a branch, so press B and click, and we're gonna hook this is male into the branch. So what we're doing here is based on if we're male or female, we're going to be setting, you know, the appropriate material. So if we are male, we're going to set this to there. And what we want to do on the materials is we just want to set this to be our default materials for this one. And we're going to set this is using skin color adjustment to false. So let's hop into our third person blueprint and get our materials for our default colors. So just click on your body, hit the search on that material, come back to the main menu and set that material in there. Go back to your third person character, click on the face, search on the material that you're using, your default one. If you're using multiple LODs, you'll have to set all of those, but I'm just using one, so I'm just gonna search on this one and set that material. And then what we want to do here at the end is I'm going to pull off of this custom character component, and I'm going to get is skin 1, and we're going to set that. And we're going to set that to be true when we click on this button. And I'm just going to add a wire here. Double click, get you a reroute node. And now we want to do this. We want to do this for our female material as well. So let me just copy and paste these set materials right here. And I'm going to move the face down here. So pull off the false and plug that in. And we're going to plug all of our body parts in. Hands, legs, torso into that one, face into that one. And now we want to go find our female materials. So just go to your MetaHumans folder, find your female character, open her up. We're going to go to the viewport, click on the body, search on the body material there, go back to the main menu, set that as the body material, go back to your character, click on her face, and get the material that you need. I'm going to search on this one, go back to the main menu, and set that material. So compile and save, and that's basically the beginning process of it. So to make custom preset colors, I'm going to do 2 of these, and you'll do the same exact process for every preset color that you want to have. It's very, very tedious, so just fair warning. It's a tedious process. Also, at the end of here, we're going to just hook this into that as well, and we'll just pull this down right there, like that. So, compile and save, and now we're going to go make some custom... Actually, before we do that, let's go back to the designer, and we want to change the tint of this button. So let's just open our face material here, and we're just going to pull that down so it's on a different tab, shrink this down, kind of get this into position so that we can, you know, go to the main menu and click on the tint and hit the eyedropper, and we're just gonna eyedrop on the skin. Find somewhere that isn't like super bright. You know, I find like under the lip is a good place to eyedrop at to get the most accurate color. So that way it'll be, you know, you can see that it's your basic skin color. So we'll close that material down. So now we're gonna go and make some custom colors. So let's go ahead and hit on our next color button here. We're gonna go down to the on clicked, and we'll just move this over to our other ones here. And we're gonna go into our third person, click on the body. We're gonna search on the body material, and we're gonna duplicate this material. And then I'm gonna rename it. So our first one is gonna be kind of like a yellowish color. So I'm gonna name this yellow 1. And then I'm gonna open that material, and then on the color main here, you want to search on that texture, and we're gonna duplicate that texture, and I'm gonna rename this to yellow 1 body texture, and then we're gonna open that. And basically what you want to do for your preset colors is you just want to, you know, make changes to this. Go down here to adjustments. This is where you want to make your changes. So for this one, I'm just going to change the hue to 20. You know, if you want to have preset adjustments for, you know, your saturation, you have your saturation here. You can, you know, increase that and stuff. And for your values, I would probably just, you know, make changes to your brightness. Set that to 0.5, 0.2, and you can, you know, make it darker. And that's kind of like how the value slider works. So yeah, like I said, this is a very tedious process. You know, you may want to have colors that are, you know, where the hue is just changed. You may want to have colors where, you know, the hue and the saturation and the brightness are changed. You'll want to duplicate, you know, these textures and materials, and then, you know, set all of that. You'll see the process. So we got that set. That's our body. So we want to go do that to the face now. Oh, actually, also on this body material, we want to set that color main to be our new texture that we just made. So save that. Now we want to go do that to the face material. So go click on your face, find the material that you're using, and then we're going to duplicate this material, rename it to yellow 1. Then I'm going to open that, and I'm going to find the color main right here, search on the texture, and I'm going to duplicate that texture. Whoops. I think this is the one I duplicated. I'm not too sure. Let me just Control Z that. It didn't. It's editing the previous material. I think it's this one though, since it's still highlighted. I'm just gonna edit it. It says LOD1 though. Alright, I'm just gonna duplicate it again. Let me just search on this. And that took me to this one, and I'm gonna duplicate it and rename it to yellow 1 face. Then I'm gonna open that texture and change the hue. You want to make the same changes on your face that you're doing on your body. So I'm just gonna change the hue to 20. And then we're going to go back to the material and set that new texture as the material, as the texture for the material. Then we're going to go to our main menu, and we're just going to, you know, pull that material down, kind of find under the lip here. I'm going to go ahead and change the tint of the button. Just shrink this down, go to the tint, kind of get this into position where it won't be covered. Hit the eyedropper and just click on the tint there and set that as the new tint. And now we're gonna go ahead and do our materials for our female character. So click on the body material, duplicate it, and we're gonna call this yellow 1. And I'm gonna open that, go to the color main, duplicate that texture, and rename it to yellow 1. Open it up, make the changes that you need to make. I'm gonna set the hue to 20, save that, close it, set that as the color main of the new material, and then we're gonna close that, click on the face. We're gonna make the same changes to the face. So I'm gonna do it to this one because I'm using LOD4. Duplicate that material, set the name to be yellow 1, open it up, go down to the face color main down here, and we're gonna duplicate that texture, and we're gonna go to rename it to yellow 1 face, open it up, make the changes, set the hue to 20, and we can save and close that out and set that texture as the texture for the color main. I'm gonna go ahead and get this kind of, well, actually we already got the tint, we don't need to do that. We can just close that out, go to our main menu, go to our yellow 1 button, and go to the on clicked, which we already have. Now we just want to copy everything we did right here, copy and paste it and plug it in like that, and then we want to set the materials. So just search on material for your male 1 body, and then just find your new yellow material, and then search right here on the face and find your new yellow material. We're going to do the same thing for the female. Search, find your yellow material, pull it in. Do the same thing for the face. Search, find your yellow material, pull it in. And now we want to make a new boolean right here. So go into your, we need to open our custom character component back up. Blueprints, components, custom character. We're going to make a new boolean, duplicate this is skin 1. We're going to call this is skin 2. Like that. Compile. Let's make sure we turn these off. Make sure you turn off the true on that, because we're is skin 1 by default. So we're leaving that to true, but for all your other ones, you want to set those to false. So we're gonna hop back into our main menu and pull off of the wire here. We're gonna set is skin 2. We're gonna set that to true and set is skin 1 to false. Add a reroute, just straighten it up. And yeah, that's the basic process of it. You want to do this for every single preset color. So let's go back to the designer. Let's go to our third button here. Get the on clicked and move it up here. And let's go ahead and make our materials. So go to your third person character, click on the body, hit the search on this, duplicate your, I'm just going to duplicate the one we made last time. Duplicate that material. I'm going to rename this to yellow 2 because it's going to be kind of still a yellowish color. Open that material, go to the texture, search on it, duplicate that texture, and I'm going to set this to yellow 2. Open that texture, make the changes you want to make. I'm just going to increase the hue by 20, so I'm going to set it to 40, like that. Save, close it, set that as the new texture for your material. Save, and close that. Now we need to do it to the face, so click on the face, find your material, duplicate it, rename it. I'm gonna rename this to yellow 2. Open it up, find the color main, duplicate that texture, rename it to yellow 2. Open it up, and we're gonna make the changes to it. I'm gonna increase the hue by 20, so set it to 40. Save, close, set that color main of the material to the new texture. Save it, and we'll close that. And now we're gonna do it to the female character, so click on the body, find the material, hit the search on it. I'm gonna duplicate this material and call this yellow 2. Open it up, hit search on the texture, duplicate that texture, and I'm gonna call this yellow 2. Open it up, increase the hue, make your changes there. I'm gonna save, close, and set the color main to the new texture. Save, close. Now we need to do that to the face, so click on her face, hit search on the materials, duplicate your material here, rename it to yellow 2. Open it up and hit the search on the face, duplicate that texture, rename it to yellow 2. Open it up, and I'm going to increase the hue by 20, so set it to 40. Save, close it out, set this texture as the new texture. Save, close, and now we need to set these materials. So let's see, let's go ahead and make our boolean right here. Since we're in the custom character CP, just go ahead and duplicate this boolean. We're going to call this is skin 3, like that. Compile and save. Let's go back to the main menu, and we just want to copy all of this right here, copy and paste. And before we set these materials, I forgot something right here. So every time you add a new boolean, you want to go back to your previous button, and you want to set this new boolean to false on all of the buttons. So we're just going to pull off of here, get is skin 2. We're going to set is skin 2 to false when we click on our button 1. Let me just add that in there. So now we just want to plug this in and set our materials, and then set our new boolean, if it'll plug in. There we go. So hit search on your materials here, find your new material, pull that one in, hit search on the material here, find your new material, set it, hit search on the material here, find your new one, and set it, hit search on the material here, find your new one, and set it. And then we want to add our new boolean in, is skin 3, set is skin 3 to true, set is skin 2 to false. Plug that in, add the reroutes, and we need to set this new is skin 3 boolean to false on all the other buttons. So is skin 3, plug it in, leave it to false. We're gonna add this to our other buttons. Plug it in like that. And we need to change the tint of our button, so just go to your button here, shrink this down, and we're gonna find our new material somewhere. Just go to the main menu, graph, and we'll search on it. I'm gonna search on the face and open that one, pull it off, go to the main menu, go to the designer, set the tint, and I'm gonna find under the lip right here. It's a decent little spot. So get the eyedropper of the tint and set that material, or set the tint. That way it's a little more accurate. Compile and save. Close that out, and that should be good. Let's give that a little test real quick. You click on it, skins change, you adjust your color, that still works. And just to kind of run this home, I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more color, just so you get the idea. And you know, if you're still kind of confused, you can just re-watch the video, because you're gonna do the same process for every single skin color you want to do. We're gonna bring this on clicked for our new button in here, and let's go ahead and make a new material. So go into your third person character, click on the body, search on that material. I'm gonna duplicate these. I'm not sure what color this is gonna be, but I'm gonna assume it's gonna be another yellowish color. So I'm just gonna call this yellow 3. Open that up. Hit search on the texture there. Duplicate that texture. And call this yellow 3. Open it up. Make the changes. I'm going to increase the hue by 40. Oh, I mean by 20, and set it to 60. Like that. Save. Close that. Set that new texture. Save. Close. And we want to do the face. Search on your face material. Duplicate the new material. Rename it yellow 3. Open it up. Find the color main. Search on that. Duplicate that texture. Rename it yellow 3. Open that up. Make the changes you want to make. And then save and close and set that new texture. Save and then close that. And now we want to go do the female body. So click on her body. Click on the material. Duplicate that material. And rename this to yellow 3. Open that up. Search on the texture. Duplicate. And rename this yellow 3. Open it up. And make your changes. Set the hue to 60. Save. Close. Set that texture. Save and close. And then we want to do the face. So click on her face. Hit search. Duplicate your material. And rename it to yellow 3. Open it up. Find the texture. Search. And duplicate that texture. And yellow 3. make the changes. Set that to 60. Save, close, set that texture. Save and close. And that's all the changes. So let's, while we're in our custom character CP, let's go ahead and duplicate this is skin 3, and we're going to say is skin. Keep fat fingering stuff today. Is skin 4. And we're going to compile and save. And I'm going to leave that. I'm going to actually just go ahead and search back on that material because we're going to need it to change the tint. So go back to the main menu, and we're going to copy all of this. Control C, Control V. Plug it in. And hit the search on the material, find your new material, and set that. Hit the search on this material, and then we're going to set the new material. Hit the search on this material, and we're going to set that material. Hit the search on this material, and we're going to set that one. And we want to add our new boolean called is skin 4. So set is skin 4, set is skin 3 to false, set is skin 4 to true. Add a reroute, and now we want to add this boolean to all of our other buttons and set it to false. Like that. Add a reroute. Set it false here. Now obviously these booleans, there's gonna be a lot of them if you set like a ton of these. A ton of these colors. So plug that in. Make sure it's false. Plug it in. And yeah. And you may even want to add these booleans. Just set all your is skin booleans to false off of the color adjustment here. Probably not a bad idea. So let's just grab all of these booleans. And you probably want to set them all to false here, because if you don't, some of these may be true, and then once we, you know, change levels, it'll, you know, it'll try to set your color to one of these colors maybe if you're just using a skin adjustment color. So let's go into the designer. Let's change the tint of this. So find our new material here. I'm gonna find kind of like under the lip over here. Find our main menu, go to the tint, set that new color like that, and compile and save. I'm going to go ahead and close that out, and we'll open this and choose our new color. You see that change. You can still adjust color. Let's also check the female materials real quick. Oh, whoops. Let me actually set ourselves to a female. Body type, female. Detailed appearance, skin color. See, materials change. You can still adjust the color. And yeah, that's the basic process. You want to do that for every preset, you know, preset material that you want to have. And yeah, if you guys want me to do, you know, another video on this where I go through and just make more buttons, if you're still a little confused, let me know that down in the comments, and I will do that. And but yeah, we're gonna call it here for this one. So in the next one, we're just gonna be adding in our inputs for, you know, being able to leave this menu, and we're gonna do some organizing because we need to do some of that. So we're gonna call it here for this one. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're new around here, definitely subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know those down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.